Welcome to Dr. Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags with Dr. Sheldon Cooper. I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper. Just messing. Hi, welcome to my show. You know what? I haven't really come up with a name for it yet, so I'm thinking something clever. Let's call it the Fromage of Homage. You guys like that? I like that idea. So basically, what I'm going to talk about is things that have been recreated. You know, nowadays there's a lot of movies that have been redone. Ghostbusters, Blade Runner, It. So what I'm going to do right now is get rid of this fly that's flying around my face. And there he is again. And show you the homage covers that I've done. I've actually collected two types of homage or two types of collections. The first one is based on, if you guys can see this image, it's called La Pieta. It's a statue done by Michelangelo, and it's sitting in Rome. And years ago, I was actually doing a research thing on, of all things, Wizard magazine. And they're saying that this image is the most recreated image in all of comics, and I didn't believe it. So I said, let's give it a try. Let's find out how many of these we can find out there. So the first one that actually comes up, and this is, I believe, the people would say started it all, is Christ on Infinite Earths number 8, when Superman's carrying Supergirl. This was the first one that, when I started collecting, that I saw. And it's really funny because Supergirl ends up doing a lot of these types of covers. Like so. And the next one is like this one. Actually, I really like this one because I got this one signed by Peter David, who's the writer of the book. So I like to get collections and stuff like that. I actually had this one commissioned for me. He was at one of the shows, and a lot of people know him now, but back then he was still relatively unknown. I got this incredible Hulk homage cover done by Riley Rossmo, and I thought this was really cool of him to do. He's carrying some kind of furry snake and a rocket. I'm not sure what he wanted to do with that, but I guess when you're getting covers done by artists, you have to actually be really specific as to what you want on it. This next one I got done by, you know what, honestly I can't remember the name of the artist, but he was actually really cool. And this was awesome because this is back when New 52 came out, and right when Rob Liefeld left DC, he got into the argument about the Hawk and Dove character, and so I asked him to do this one, and it's Batman carrying basically a dead Rob Liefeld. So I thought it was actually really cool.
Who did the art for that?
You know what? I want to say it was Dario, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's awesome.
This next one, actually, I picked this one up when I was in Las Vegas because I was having dinner with Neil Adams, and I figured, you know what, I don't have this cover, and I'm meeting Neil Adams. I might as well get this cover and have him sign it. So I thought it was really cool.
So what you're trying to say is that cover existed before Crisis?
That cover did exist before Crisis. This one, not really a dead body, but you know, just the image of a character carrying another body. I thought it was really cool. This is a variant cover also signed by Mr. Neil Adams. So I want to talk to you about the other collection I have. And the other set of books I collect is 181s. And how that started was I already bought Hulk 181. I already had Daredevil 181. And I had Avengers 181, which is the first Scott Lang. So I figured, you know, 181 is a very special number when you look at, I believe it's Batman 181. It's the first Poison Ivy.
Yes.
And so I said, you know what, why don't I collect 181s? And this one fell into my lap. I thought it was the most amazing combination. It's Spawn 181 with the homage cover as well. So I thought it was really cool. The next one is another homage, Bionic Woman carrying Wonder Woman from the series that came out this year. This is a little bit reverse. This is the first time I saw the back end of the homage cover. So, you know what, I guess that counts. And then these next few ones, basically, they're just really, really cool. I mean, Look at this Deadly Genesis. It's amazing art with Wolverine there. I have no idea who he's carrying, but it just looks really cool. It looks like a Silvestri. It is a Silvestri cover. So that's actually the only one I've ever found. We have an all-new Emergency. I know this is a hard book to find because I don't think people even cared about this book. But I found this one down in Vegas as well. Infinite Crisis #1. Great cover. Batman carrying some kind of body. But that works for me on the homage. This one is, this is actually a, what do you call it? From a local artist. And I found this in one of the local comic stores here in Calgary. And it is called Fable Quest. And I thought it was really cool. So I figured I'd pick that one up. Even local artists do homage covers. We have the Final Crisis 6 of 7 sketch cover. Really not much to say about that one. This one's an older book. Ghostly Haunts. Old book. Again, not a lot of stores would carry this just because there wasn't a big demand for it, but I had a demand for it. Let's go with Batman 458. Yeah, Quasimodo there carrying the body, and it's such a small image, but you know what? I collect those images. Small, big, doesn't matter. I collect those images. Teen Titans with Deathstroke. Nice Marv Wolfman cover. This is a variant that actually just came out. I picked this up from one of the local stores here in Calgary, and it's the Miss Marvel. I'll leave that one for last. We have the Man-Thing #22. Now, the thing with Man-Thing, you're going to find a lot of images of this on mostly Man-Things. I guess they ran out of ideas on what to put on the cover. Same thing goes for this bad boy, which is the Tomb of Dracula, #16. There's a lot of covers with Dracula carrying dead bodies because I guess that's his gig, carrying dead bodies after he drains them dry. Here's a blast from the past. You guys remember Jim Shooter from Defiant, The Warriors of Plasm, #2. It's kind of hard to see with all that pink and all the color, but we got this purple guy carrying this yellow girl, and that counts. So when we talked earlier about Crisis on Infinite Earths, it goes way back, and the proof is in the pudding, and it is in this fast-moving episodes of Space Adventures. And how we can tell that it's an old book without even opening up, it only cost 10 cents back in the day, and even the image went back then. So then we got the humorous side of it. This was a really weird one. #1, Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men. Now, if you're looking up homage covers, this is one of the comics that actually pop up, and it's not too hard to find. I was actually quite surprised that I was able to pick it up. I got it. It was one of the first books I picked up with that. This one is a little bit tough to see, but if you get a chance, go and look for it. It is Ghost Rider #44, a completely black cover. I'm going to see if I can move in there, if you guys can see it. If the light is working, it's good. If not, check out your LCS and see if you can pick up a copy of this, because it's got a great cover in there. It's got great art, great use of black and grays. So right now that's part 1 of the Fromage of the Homage. I guess we'll call it that from now on. This is Gil signing off, you guys. I'd like to thank the guys behind the camera. We have Mark and Tavis back here. We're here filming for Saddle City Comics. Check us out on the website. Like and click and do the bells and do all the fun. Press buttons. That's all I can recommend to you guys. Press buttons, click your mouse, and we'll see you here next time.
Thanks, Gil.